Hello and welcome to my podcast, Conversations with Cornelius, where I, Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, discuss, chat and hypothesize on all things from fatherhood, marriage, comedy and everything else in between. From time to time, there will be special guests, but mostly it's going to be me and some regular contributors, including my main squeeze, Noelle Patricia O'Sullivan, aka the wife. So sit back, relax and enjoy Conversations with Cornelius. Hello everybody. Hi, how's it going? How are you all doing? Very welcome to the podcast. This is the live podcast. I'm going to tell you the rules of the podcast. Has anyone ever been to a live podcast before? Give me a shout if you have. Okay. So the way we work it is, I have a podcast scripted here, guys. Well, not scripted, but I just have questions and things. This is my podcast. It's called Conversations with Cornelius. Please listen to it. It's very, very good. Everybody says so. We've up to 7 listeners at the moment, and you know what I mean. Look, and there's 2 of them there. Yeah, my mom, my dad. I don't sit together, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You're here now, whatever. So I'm going to bring Kyla on. We're all going to go mental when she comes on. We're all going to go. We can't say mental anymore now, so we're all going to go deranged. Okay, when she goes on. All right, loads of energy. And during the podcast, listen and laugh and enjoy it. And if you find it funny, let the laughter out. And if you find it not funny, let the laughter out. You know? And then at the end of it, we're going to have Q&A. Do you have all your questions? Yeah. Very good. Do you know what? I'll pass the hat around there, and you might put them in there now for the time being, because it'll only add to the length of the whole thing. And see, this is why I come on now and do a little bit of Q. You no questions, lads? You're not curious at all? All right. Thanks a million. No, lads, I'm in my late 40s, so if you think I'm going down to you, you can fuck off. All right? Over here. Well, I suppose mid to late 40s. Thank you very much. Who am I kidding? I'm fucking staring 50 down the barrel of a gun. All right. Okay. How's my hair? Stunning. Thanks, guys. Stunning. I heard stunning. Who said stunning? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. What about now? Even better. Brilliant. Okay. Guys, without further ado, please welcome my guest today, the wonderful Kyla Nearly fell off that's your microphone there.
Thank you.
Very professional. We've got 2 microphones here in Conversations with Cornelius. Stunning. My hair was just called stunning there.
It is stunning.
Yeah. Lads, what do you think of my calves?
Stunning. We went for a hike and I could not believe this. Look at this. A hairless gentleman. Hairless. Smooth. He was hiking up in front of me. I was like, who's this?
This girl is trying to have a look there. Look, come on, give it. Look, there's enough to go around, lads. Look. Yeah, all right, okay. Yeah, it's not about me anyway. This podcast is about Kyla, right?
Yes.
Kyla, how are you?
Yes, I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. How's the farm?
Amazing.
I feel my hair's kind of a bit fucking all
It's
over the
great.
shop.
Is
Is
that
it great?
Yeah. You look fine.
All right.
Fine.
Okay. What are we using on those?
I don't know, Cornelius.
Oh, yeah.
It's your podcast.
This is my
I'm sure that
podcast,
you
yeah.
have
All right.
the.
Okay, welcome to my podcast, guys. We're in the roundy. It is Thursday. We're doing a live podcast with Kyla Cobbler. Kyla, I've got a few questions for you. The first question I have for you is, how are things?
Things are excellent. We went to Kerry on Monday night.
Tuesday night.
The 2 back-to-back shows. It was fucking epic. People from Kerry are nuts.
Nuts.
They are nuts, but it was a great show. We got free food.
Yeah.
Thanks to me.
Kyla,
Wasn't Cornelius's alluring legs. It was my personality. And then we went to the Sherry... What's it called
Court
again?
McSherry.
Court McSherry there and got free food there. I tell you what, lads. Blowjobs, you get anything you want.
Yeah.
Loads of blowjobs.
I gave Kevin a blowjob at half time and I got a Red Bull. You know what I mean? I actually didn't pay for that, you know. Salty though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was great. We had a great time, didn't we?
It was fucking great. It was great. And we went
Cornelius has a really, really comfortable Range Rover, like a new Range Rover. So it was just so nice to just go on autopilot and just drive there. It felt like, do you know what? It felt like we were flying. Or it felt like we were on a luxury boat.
Yeah.
It felt like the ocean was underneath us. It was such a smooth
17-year-old Yaris.
No Bluetooth for the radio, just a cassette. Was it CD or cassette?
Come on, Kyla, it's the top of the range. It's got a CD player.
It's got a CD player.
It can hold one CD.
To hold one CD, not even a shuffle.
And
but
it's
it was
jammed
great.
as well.
It is jammed, isn't it?
It is actually jammed.
I feel like this is very pointless, this backrest.
I don't know why I'm sitting like this.
Isn't it? I want to like relax, but I don't feel like I can.
For
Isn't it? Yeah. Just engaging my core for the whole conversation. Never stop, lads. You never know who's watching. You can't do, you'll fall over. Cornelius will just capsize.
I play a game on my podcast called Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan, where I pick something out that's trending during the day, and then I just throw it at my guest, and then we kind of have a conversation about it, whether you're educated on the topic or not. But there's a little theme tune that goes, Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan. And I'm wondering, seeing as I have a live audience in front, could we all do that today? Now it's my own little song, and I stumbled over it myself, when I was telling you how to do it, so I'll give you one more example. Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan.
Trending Topics with Cornelius Patrick O'Sullivan.
That was fucking unreal.
Crushed it.
Christ.
Crushed it.
Hashtag Paddy Power Comedy Festival, that's trending.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to do it. You're going to do it.
We're both doing it.
We're both doing it.
Yeah.
Not together.
Yeah.
Not together.
No.
Not together. Don't get any ideas.
No.
I'm doing Sunday, you're doing Friday.
Friday. Tomorrow, I'm doing Friday tomorrow, yeah.
I'm fucking nervous about it. I'm not nervous, but I'm super excited about it.
So, just for you guys who don't know, Kyla, how long are you doing comedy?
2 years.
2 years. I'm doing comedy 14 years, and this is my first time getting a festival. It's judged on talent. Do you know what I mean?
Cornelius, I'm telling you, blowjobs.
I am going to be on my knees for the weekend.
Yeah.
But no, it's absolutely. I think it's incredible. I genuinely think it's incredible.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
And Kyla's there. You're there, 100% on merit. Kyla was here. Your first ever gigs were in Cork back in April. And all the shows, all 3 shows, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sold out fucking within an hour of going on sale, each one of the shows. That's fucking insane.
It's insane.
That's insane.
And it was a love avalanche.
Oh my God.
It was a love avalanche. It was just all women and 3 guys that were terrified. It was so fucking cool. God, that was mental.
Yeah.
That is mental.
And all 3 gigs were different. The first night, I think it was emotional because we were home.
Yeah.
And then there's always a kind of a lull in the second one. Still amazing.
Yeah,
still
but
amazing.
there was one lady who was so shit-faced. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Oh, she was super, super drunk in the front. That was crazy. That was kind of like a different vibe. You're managing that.
Yeah. But the last night.
The last one was
oh my God.
special.
It was we have comedians from all over Ireland and the UK coming here, and every now and then, we had another beautiful night a couple of weeks ago where a comedian got engaged to his partner live on stage after taking the piss out of her for the whole hour, saying that they were never going to get married, and it was hard to beat that. But the third night of your show, of your tour that time, it was hair on the back of your neck stuff, lads. And just mental. You only just saw kind of doing a new bit there in the first half. For those of you listening to the podcast, we did some comedy in the first half. You were just working out a new bit.
Yeah, that's new. So I want to get that to 15. What did I do? That was 10
about 11 maybe. 11
minutes. So you got to get it to I want to get to 15.
That's a new bit, lads. And I was watching ye, and you were all breaking your holds. That's the talent that gets you into the Paddy Power Festival. Yeah. Unreal.
Thank you.
So that was trending. We'll move on. We do 3 trending things. The next one that's trending is Pope. Pope is trending.
I know.
Yeah. I presume. I don't know why the Pope is trending.
Is the Pope trending? Because
Pope,
But because Sinead O'Connor.
No, the penny's dropping. I probably shouldn't have said that.
I was like, you're going to bring the room down? Why are you talking about this? I waited and I was like, Cornelius.
I was like, the Pope, you love the vine.
Yeah. That's not who I love, though. That's a different. Yeah, God rest her soul.
Yeah.
God rest her soul.
Yeah, Sinead O'Connor, what a fucking absolute legend.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
I would go so far as saying as nothing compares to her.
Yeah,
She was absolutely fucking amazing.
She was incredible.
Like, have you any abiding memory of her? Or
No,
don't you?
not really. No, I like, of course, it's Sinead O'Connor. Like, she's always just a rebel, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's always like just always for the cause, always super cool, kind of against the grain. And I suppose as well in the generation that she kind of came up and her fame, even just shaving her head as a woman was such a big thing. She was such a idol in that sense.
Yeah, Tig, we were doing a gig in West Cork last night, and Tig was saying something about her that I thought was really interesting. At the height of her success, when she was known globally, all over the world, like fucking she was an icon, and she tore up that picture of
On SNL.
on Saturday Night Live, knowing that her fucking career was never going to be the same
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
And
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
him. She just said fuck him.
Yeah,
And that was
integrity, yeah?
Yeah, integrity. We should have a bit of that.
We should.
Yeah. Like I'd sell out, no bother. I'd be like,
Oh,
yeah, do you want me to suck the bone stick?
no
Okay.
bother. Absolutely, yeah, no bother.
Do like for like 10 minutes in the Vatican, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't get that gig. If they were doing a festival there, that's the other reason. The last thing that is trending is aliens.
I know, aliens are real. Or whatever, almost.
Who believe? Give me a shout if you believe in aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, the room is. Give me a shout if you there's no such thing as aliens.
Daniel, I thought we had something. I know what you're saying, and I don't think that's perfect. I don't think that it's about like green aliens coming down in their spaceships, but there just has to be something else in the whole solar system. I'm not saying they look like what we imagine them to look like, but there must be other kinds of life form or other like some other sort of like community or I don't know.
Daniel. Write it down in the.
No, I'll explain you why.
Go on. There's a microphone there picking you up.
Very simple. I'll explain you why.
Go on.
Because we live on this earth in space-time 1 second. And it would be a miracle if the same second there would be another planet with people. It's there 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. That's fair. Where are you from?
Yeah.
I'm originally from Holland.
Oh, he's Dutch.
But to myself for about 40 years in Kerry.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Daniel.
Yeah.
40 years in Kerry.
Yeah.
Did you commit a crime or something?
Yeah. What are you running away from, Daniel?
Yeah.
Who's chasing you, Daniel? Yeah.
You were probed, weren't you, Daniel? Yeah. But I just say one thing, I just like push back you there, right? So you're coming from a point of view of intelligence or the intelligence and that we have now, right? But we're talking about advanced intelligence. We're talking about stuff that we couldn't even comprehend, that are so unbelievably far ahead of us that they could create stuff that you can't even imagine that can bring them here. So, I wrote this down. A UFO whistle. This is on Sky News today. A UFO whistleblower claims U.S. government found non-human biologics. He wouldn't say. This is on Sky News now. Mainstream.
What's biologics mean? Like a body?
Like DNA, I think Dan was saying before.
Cool.
So, and they found it on crash sites, and that's on mainstream news now. And if you look at all the conspiracy theories that have been going around for the last 20, 25 years, they're all going to say, oh, they're going to say aliens are coming out now. That's the next thing. A friend of mine, Conspiracy John, is on this podcast all the time, was talking about it on a podcast about 12 months ago, saying, this is what they're going to do. They're going to say aliens are out now next, and then they're going to become more familiar, and then there's going to be a big this is not what I believe, right? But this is a theory that was said. Has been suggested that there's going to be a cataclysmic event in the next few years, but they're slowly introducing us into
What is cataclysmic?
like a worldwide, like 9/11 was cataclysmic.
Okay, like it
affected the
affects
whole world.
everyone.
Yeah.
Wow. COVID? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're only looking at it from what we know, like advanced technology. Sure, I don't know anything about regular technology myself now, Daniel. You know what I mean? I know how to put down an electric window, and that's it. You know.
But not in your car?
We don't know. Touche. So sorry now, Dan, for fucking pushing back, and you're at, like, do you know what I mean? You're at a live podcast with Kyla Cobbler. Okay, that concludes. Do you want to have it? Would you like to shoot back? I'd actually.
It's fine.
I feel like it's not.
Does anyone else not believe in aliens?
Yeah, but you know what? They're not super smart, right? Because you assume they're super smart.
Okay.
But we're aliens to them.
Yeah.
And you think we're stupid.
No, I think we're all aliens. I think we're all alien life form because we're all living on a planet that's floating through space. in a galaxy of billions and trillions of galaxies. We're all fucking
Maybe alien is too little a word to describe a mass idea of what something either could be or could not be. Maybe because we have one word for everything, it just doesn't seem feasible. But maybe if there was loads of different little words, you'd be like, all right, fair enough. Because if you think of like, you know what I mean? I get what you're saying totally. But maybe because it's like, you believe in aliens, like black or white, like, well, that's too hard to even begin to unpack. Because like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? There's loads of different little bits and pieces around. I don't know, maybe. That's what that's what I'm thinking about.
But we don't know. Like, well, it is interesting that mainstream media now is talking about. Like, I never thought that they would be saying on, like, this guy was a whistleblower for the government in America, and it's on fucking Children to Sky News tonight. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Genuinely, Daniel, if you don't mind me calling you Dan, I think, you know. Dan. I think I love you, to be honest about it, do you know what I mean? I'm thinking of leaving my wife and shacking up with you. Where, down in Kerry, is it? You know, I don't care what your past sins are, Dan. Love is love, do you know what I mean? Can I call you Can I call you D? Big D?
Let's just call him Daddy.
Alright.
Does anyone, Cornelius, can I ask something?
Please.
Yeah.
Does anyone think of childbirth in that way?
Cool question. Cool
Do you know, like,
question.
when somebody gives birth to a child, or when two people create a child, you know? Like, we're so used to hearing about that, we're so used to seeing it, everybody does it, it's a normal thing, supposedly, and it's actually not.
It's mental.
It's like two people come together and they create life, and that is created in a woman's body today, it could be a man's body tomorrow. You know, it's like, that is a form of like, what we sit here thinking about alien form, and we're like, oh God, like, but childbirth itself, and even when people like, I believe in life after death and all that, and people are like, oh, for God's sake, I wish I thought like you, like, isn't that lovely, you know, but of course, right? But it's not, because if you think about it, a child being born, you know, that creation, if we can see that and it's visible and tangible, why can't we believe in afterlife? We just don't know about it.
Yeah.
And the same thing with aliens, okay, we might not go down, you know, it's that word, like Kyla said. But childbirth is one of the most insane things if you actually think about it, but because it's so normal and it's every day, we just take it for granted.
Above
It's
all,
insane.
no scientists have found out yet how it works. Because DNA is inexplicable for science at the moment. That this becomes that it's so complicated, it can't be explained.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's so cool as well, big Transformers. There we go. So one second there, you're starving, aren't you?
What's your first name, sorry?
Zita.
Zita. I have 3 kids, and I was at the birth of 2 of them. And I can fucking tell you, obviously, being a dickhead, just standing there doing nothing, but like just observing and trying not to get in the way. It is fucking, it's amazing and fucking insane to watch it go on. So I do think that is a very interesting thing to say, and that we just normalise it because it happens, but if anyone was observing us, they'd be like, look at these fucking weirdos. What the fuck are they doing? What's coming out of her?
I haven't had a child, I haven't seen it. You know.
Questions.
There's no question here now. We're not even at the question section now, but we may as well go on. We'll take one.
We're gonna have a question. Come on. So here's a question. Tell us about the tapas moment in Barcelona.
The what moment? What do you mean the tapas moment?
Has there been a tapas moment in Barcelona?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question. Like, what, the tapas, the food? You high, bro? Yeah.
And you lived there for so
You
long.
just jumped
Oh,
section.
yeah, no, I know. He just wants a general, what's the tapas taste like in Barcelona?
Do you know what? I'm not just saying it, it's kind of shit.
I agree. I actually agree. When I stayed in your apartment, me and
Yeah.
Noel actually were very underwhelmed
Kind
with
of
the food
shit.
in
Yeah.
Barcelona.
I lived in Italy for 7
Yeah.
years, and it was like an education, a re-education of how food is your medicine. But Spain, kind of bleak.
Yeah.
They can't, and they do patatas bravas, which is like, yeah, genuine. It's like, lads, I promise you take the sunshine away, you're like, what the fuck is this? It's so bleak. It's okay, like, their most dish, and then they do a pan con tomate, which is like tomato and bread, and they bring out bread, a tomato, and a knife. It's mental.
We've one more question here, and then we're going to get on with my questions, and then we're going to get back to your official questions. Is that all right? Go on. I'm pointing at you.
Yeah, I just found it interesting, and the contracts between the birth, which are completely right. It's so weird, and spiritual in a sense, or non-worldly. But the question is Daniel either a physicist or a mathematician? I no offense, all the love.
Dan, we'd actually know what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
I'm a Master of Science.
That is so cool! Great question, you as well. Fuck me, observant.
We'll have to scratch a little deeper than that now, Dan.
I love it. He was like, I'm a butcher.
Come on, Daddy, feed me.
Wow,
Master of Science.
Science.
What is your field?
It's engineering architecture.
Okay.
Kyla, you almost got there.
I know, yeah. Oh, it's not over yet. The night is still young, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you do in it? Like, are you retired or are you still working?
I'm retired, yes.
What was your day-to-day like? What was your...
I'm mainly this architecture, yes.
I feel I'm intelligent here now.
I got 225 points in my leaving cert. Did foundation maths. But,
We've 300 points between the two of us in our leaving cert.
Legends.
Well, if you are in the science route, it's very hard to believe things you hear and people say. I want bloody proof.
Oh, you're going to love the next fucking question, Dan.
This might cause a bit of problems between us, but just...
You're going to be going home now in your car tonight going, my life has been a lie! Kyla.
Yes.
What does the divine mean to you?
The divine. So, the divine me and Cornelius have spoke a lot the last we've been in the car a lot. The divine. So I was brought up. My mum is from Belfast. She's from Lisburn. So I was brought up super Catholic, like more than the usual Irish person. We prayed all the time. We'd be on the bus. My granny moaning. She'd just like whip out rosary beads and just do a deca. Like it was tough. My first kiss was a priest. Like it was just really. We were. Really,
Write it down.
Oh, it's a bit. Really, really Catholic, and I left Ireland, and I remember watching a documentary called Zeitgeist, and I really had faith. I didn't believe in every single thing in the Bible, but I had faith. I loved praying. I really liked going to Mass. I found it really, really soothing. And when I watched this documentary, Zeitgeist, and they go through like all the different religions and how they're all the same, and it's like all a big conspiracy, and it was very overwhelming, the information, and I just felt broken. I was like, what? Like I couldn't comprehend it, My granny had dedicated her life to it. All the McGuinnesses had dedicated their life to the Mass. So left the church and was like, I don't have faith anymore. I don't believe in anything. Blah blah blah. Lived my life in a terrible fashion. Had a great time, but terrible fashion. And eventually, it just crept back into my life. Spirituality in so many different ways, and what I would call the divine. Now, getting sober has been the most difficult thing that I have ever done. And I mean that from, I'm talking to you as an alcoholic, I'm not talking to you as a comedian. It is so difficult, and I truly believe that there is something else. And I don't know what you want to call him, Buddha or Allah or God or the universe or anything you want. But I know that there's just something else, and I call it the divine. There's something divine that we are, and I don't think that we have to pray or sacrifice the way you do in Catholicism, but I think that we come from something that is divine, and that could be in childbirth. That's divinity. The fact that we can do that, in my opinion, is divinity. So when I talk about the divine, I talk about my belief system, and I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not sitting here preaching, but I know that it's helped me. And there's moments in my day where, like, you leave your house and you feel really good, and then somebody walks slowly in front of you, and you're like, I'm gonna fucking find your family, I'm gonna fucking kill them, and I just offer that up. I offer it up to the divine. I'm like, you take that. I'll just offer that up to the divine. Or every time I write or do anything, it's like, this is for the divine, because I'm like, the idea that I'm living my life for something that isn't greater for me, for me, Kyla, I don't like that. So for me, the divine is just a higher power or something else, the bigger thing. That's why I call it the divine. But it's from a book, The Art of War. No, The War of Art. The War of Art. It's a beautiful, beautiful book about creativity and resistance in the divine. And he talks about the divine, so it's not completely my thing, but great book for anybody creative.
Can I just say one thing?
Please,
about
please.
That is that belief and divine is something personal.
Totally.
It goes wrong with religion.
Yeah, no, religion for me, Daniel,
Yeah, I
religion for
agree
me
with that.
is completely constructed to keep us in, compete us on a lower frequency and a lower level. I don't believe in it at all. I think that it's the opposite of divine. I think divine is freedom. I think it's movement. I think it's communicating, being here together, talking, being present. And that's why, but it was very hard for me growing up in that situation to kind of distinguish between the two and be able to say, and I love Daniel, I love Mass, lads, I love Mass. I don't know what it is, it gives me something. I go to Mass all the time in Spain. It's meditation. I love lighting candles, lads. I'm like, who's sick? 1 second. Like, it's like, in my house and it's so weird because I moved to Spain, I finally got my own apartment and I went in and it was in a church, in a graveyard, church plaza, and my house is an old church headquarters, so there's an altar in the wall of my bedroom, like a wee grotto. It's so, and it's the only church, he was there, it was the only church in Europe that has an altar dedicated to Lilith. So Lilith was Saint Lilith, she's the first woman, so she's a saint of purgatory. So you go in and there's this, into the church, and there's this really gruesome altar with all these like dead people and blood, and I was like, this is so me. I'm so Lilith. Like, it was cool, I don't know, I just think it was cool. I don't know, maybe it was, it's my own belief thing, but yeah, that's for me is the divine.
If you had to, who are you?
Who am I as Kyla?
Yeah.
I am a comedian. I think I'm an artist. I consider myself an artist for sure. I think I am the divine. I think I'm a part of the divine like everyone else. I just consider myself like that, an expression of everyone else. I think this thing of thinking that we're all singular people in one and we're all looking at, the abundance comes in the collective. So we can fight with each other and argue with each other and be angry at each other, but the minute we start working together and actually speaking to each other and realising that we're all just fucking doing our best, lads. Everyone just wants to stay hydrated and pay the rent. There's very few of us, there's very few of us that are getting ahead as much as you think you are with money in your pocket. So for me, it's like, I am you guys. All of us here, for me, we're all just the one thing, and I think that working as a collective really brings a lot more abundance. And that is very difficult because some people are cunts. And I realise that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Pardon? It is. It's so full of pricks, man. It's so full of pricks. And you know what I started doing, which really helps, is I'll say I love you to people. I used to do a lot of bar work, and when they come up on a route to me, and they would be so mean to me, or like just people in the street, and I would be like, I love you. And I would genuinely say it, and they were like, what? And I'm like, I love you. Because I'm not even going to lower myself to this horrible way of speaking. Because there's power in prayer, there's power in words.
My mum blows kisses to people in traffic.
Yeah, totally. Because you're owning it. Yeah, because you're owning it. You're like, you can be mean and nasty, you can bring this whole day down. Yeah, she's still alive. Yeah. But yeah, I say I love you to people constantly when they're mean to me. Like, I love you. Even online I get a lot of shit. I'm like, I fucking love you, man. Because I know where you are right now. If you're doing this thing, you're not in a good place. And I've been there, I've done despicable things. Yeah. So, yeah. That's who I am, man.
That's a good
I
answer.
love me.
Yeah, that's a fucking good answer.
Yeah.
What do you write about mostly, and where is your, what inspires you to write about what you write? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I journal. I write all the time. Like, I write constantly. I'm always writing in notebooks. I'm always buying stationery. I have illness.
She actually bought copies for all of you.
Does anybody want a copybook? I write all the time. I'm really lucky because I enjoy it. People always ask me, how do you journal? I write absolutely every single thing down. And when I'm writing for comedy, I write just observation. Like that little bit in the joke where I talk about the dog smelling your crotch. Like, that for me is a genuine thing. You know, when you're talking to someone and their dog is smelling your puss, and you're like, bro, this is so I'll like take that.
I know exactly
it happens
what you're talking
all
about.
the time. It happens all the time. So I'll take that and I'll put it in my comedy notebook, and I'm like, okay, that's funny. That made me feel something that I think other people will feel that they probably won't say. So that'll get a laugh. And then I'll try and link it up to another feeling. So that was when I started having feelings from, I was like, well, this is horrible. Or this is like, I need to like say this. Like, I need to, so like, this is kind of like the dog. It kind of feels like that, you know. And So, and then it all just like links up, and then I'll have like an idea and I'll like kind of float up and I'll think about it loads and loads. Like sometimes I get up to go to the toilet and then I'm on the toilet and I'm like, oh, that's funny. And I'll write something down but yeah, I just write about observations, just anything that makes me feel different out of the norm.
Do you carry a notebook with you all the time?
Always. Yeah, as if you don't.
Yeah,
We all do. Every comedian has
some
pens.
people don't know.
Yeah.
It's a fucking obsession.
Yeah.
What's your favourite food?
Sandwiches, or I like mashed potato a lot.
Mashed potato
I'm not
sandwiches.
a foodie.
Yeah.
I eat. I'm not a foodie though. I'm not a big. I eat and I'll eat whatever, but I'm not a big. Totally. Yeah. Food for me is like what makes me feel good and like fast and light. I like feeling light.
Yeah. I think food. I've just got a big tank. It's hard to fill the tank, you know.
Yeah.
This brings me on nicely. Healthy body, healthy mind. Do you agree?
Oh my God! I'm so warm up here.
Yeah, it's very hot.
I absolutely fucking agree on healthy body, healthy mind. I think that our bodies are just carrying around all the other stuff. So, oh my God, 100%. And it's like this, I think your belly is like your second gut, because you only eat something really shit and then you just feel horrible for ages. You know what I mean? And I think it's all different for everyone. I don't think that there's a one size fits all like fat thing, just what makes you feel okay, you know.
Well, hanging out, you know, the last couple of days, we went on a hike up in the Ballyhore Mountains yesterday.
Yeah, it was so good.
It was fucking unreal in the absolute torrential pissing rain. And we
divine.
just met one woman and 2 dogs, and wasn't it fucking insane?
It was super, super nice. But walking in the rain as well, what
Yeah.
a buzz, isn't it? You're like, I'm in a music video.
Yeah.
It's so...
Fucking, it is, yeah.
Welcome to Ireland.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ireland, exactly.
Totally,
Welcome to Ireland. An
totally.
Irish summer, like, you know. No, the rain was warm enough now, to be fair. Like, we won't complain. We wouldn't complain, or we wouldn't be complainers.
Yeah.
There's one of the few places where the rain actually is warm.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's like that joke that Tommy Church made about making tea with rain.
Yes. That's a very
You
good
could
bit.
make tea with the rain yesterday,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
But
it's mental.
When we were out, my wife, God bless her, most amazing person that I know, right, made us these delicious sandwiches. And we were
She
eating.
makes such good food.
She's fucking.
And she's a mom. Mom makes food. Mom make food differently, don't they?
Yeah.
Moms just do it differently. There's something in you like you love me.
Yeah.
I know you love me, but you taste this. It's so
And I
good.
said, what you put in that now? And she just go love.
Yeah,
And I'd be
yeah.
okay.
It's intention as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're super cute. Yeah, super cute.
But we were talking about food. We were talking about stuff. And then what's the name of the app?
Yuka.
Yuka. So
Yuka.
if you follow Kyla, she talks about it on her stories. She has this app called Yuka, and we had beautiful sandwiches. And then we came home. My wife made a lovely curry, and then we were collecting type to go to a gig. And we went to a petrol station, and we said we'd get an old bar of chocolate. And Kyla went to get a protein bar, right? And she was scanning all the protein bars.
With the app, you can scan it, and it tells you what's inside it.
How good is it? It is
It's
out of 100.
amazing. And you know what as well? It's not for like, I know if I have a Freddo, I'm not getting any nutritional value. But you know what's happening now, I think, with this brainwashing of like, we call it greenwashing, is that people are saying, this is organic and healthy and really good for you. And then you scan it, lads, and it's a fucking, it's so shit.
Yeah.
Eat the Mars bar. It's so, and I'm like, it's worse because you're charging me more for this.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing really good. And then I'm not listening to my body then, or being like, oh, this is good. Because for me, for food, it's like, I hate when sometimes you feel nauseous, you don't even know why.
Yeah.
You know, or if you look
And
at
you
the
never
back,
think it's the fucking food.
you never
actually
think it
it's
is.
the
You never,
food, yeah.
and if you look at the back of something and you can't understand what's inside, if there's numbers and letters and all that kind of stuff, just leave it off. Just don't go near it. As whole as possible. The worst.
This podcast is
Red
sponsored
Bull
by Red Bull.
is the worst.
But I had a joint at half time and I was like, I need to be present. Okay?
Yeah. But Yuka, it's a really cool app. Really, and because especially protein bars, because they're fucking nightmare.
Well,
like.
this is what
What's the app?
Yuka, Yuka.
Yeah.
And you can do it with shower gel. I used to spend all this money on this, like, because I got really sensitive skin, so I used to spend all this money in this, like, health food shop for this, like, ginger and fucking, I don't know, shower gel. It was €10. Did it on the app, and it was, like, 4 out of 100, which is, like, hazardous. Xanax, which is, like, Xanax Zero. You know Xanax?
Yeah.
98 out of 100.
Bar soap.
Yeah. Bar soap is kind of rogue, Ingrid. Yeah, but totally. But that's what I'm saying. You think you're doing this like correct thing, but then you scan it and you're like, you fucking bastards.
Yeah.
You're just lying to us. You know what I mean?
you were showing me, you found one bar that was like 30 out of 100, and then you found one that was great, it was about 75.
Yeah. You know the Fulfill or Fuel Fill or something? Lads, they are shite. There's one called, it's not amazing. What was it called? Like,
I can't remember.
All Real.
But it looked so. You opened it up and you were like, oh my god, this looks shit. It's
It was-
probably good.
Yeah, and it was nice. It was super, and it does what you need it to do because you just want to eat and feel full,
Yeah.
but not like too. You know what I mean?
I got a star bar then, and she scanned the star
He
bar.
asked me to scan it, and I was like, "Why? You
Zero.
know what you're doing."
I still ate the fucking thing, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was hungry.
yeah.
Okay, we've only 2 more questions to go, right?
Yeah.
Sobriety. I know you touched on it,
Yeah,
right?
fuck. It's really.
Like,
I wouldn't recommend it. It's so
You
hard.
wouldn't recommend
Yeah. No, it's been amazing. It changed my life. It absolutely changed my life, but it has been, it's just day by day. I said that some days I wake up and it's like amazing and I feel great and I have loads of energy, and some days I wake up and all I can think about is having a whiskey. I like from when I wake up brushing my teeth and it won't leave my brain until I go to bed, but you just have to like sit in it.
Yeah.
And I go to AA and stuff and that's really good. But yeah, it's been really hard, and you get really, like something people don't tell you too, it's really isolating, like you lose a lot of friends, that's really hard because a lot of people, you'd be surprised how much you don't like without alcohol. But it has been it's such a different life. I never thought, I wouldn't even gone out with someone if they didn't drink, genuinely. Because it's such a part of us and who we are. When I left Ireland, it was so different, even how other cultures drink. Like they'd have like 1 glass of wine or whatever, and then I just, all of a sudden I started doing comedy every night, and then you get a free shot and a few pints, and then I was waking up hungover every single day and just not realising. It just creeps up on you so quickly. And I was fully functioning, I got abs, I was going out, I was doing my running, I was doing my weightlifting, but I was just constantly getting drunk in the evenings, and then cut it out. It took about 60 days before it felt good, because the first 40 I went into because I had drank all day every day, so I went into like a detox. So I got like a gum infection under my nails, got infected. I used to smoke tobacco. I fucking love tobacco. Like rollies, and all the little hairs in your throat grow back because they get burnt off, and you just, every time you lay down you cough for like 6 weeks, lads. It was horrible. And then after like day 60 I woke up and I was just like, I can't explain it. I was like, my body kind of stopped betraying me, and I just felt incredible. And you know what else was really interesting about it is that I really don't get, like, before something happened, I'd always have a drink. Like if something like was bad happening, or like something happened in work, I'll have a pint, or like I used to smoke weed as well. I'll have a joint or whatever, and I would take the edge off. And getting sober, now stuff happens and I'm just way more chill about it. Like I feel like I can deal with it better because I'm just always kind of the same, a little bit boring, but always just kind of in the same vibe, you know. I'm really clear. I was telling him a story. I was obsessed with this guy last year, obsessed. I thought I was in love with him. I really wanted to be with him, and I met him sober for the first time recently. And I swear to God, I was looking at his face and I was like, "Have you changed something?" He just looked so different. Because it was like, as a sober woman or a sober person, I didn't feel any sort of, he couldn't, and even like getting the ride, oh my God, lads, I did it, yes. But it took me like 4 months, yeah, thanks, no clap, it was so hard, yeah. I was so nervous. Lads, going in for the first kiss, not drunk as an Irish woman, I was like, oh my God, this is horrible, And then I got the ride and I was so afraid of doing it. I built it up in my head so much. Lads, I was like a duck to water. I was well able. I was absolutely, I was absolutely well able. But all those things are so scary, but it's just been, and your sleep is a fucking game changer, lads. Working out, your body, my fucking core is like super solid, and it takes way less time. Your body's not recuperating. Your body's not in recovery constantly, you know. Now, lads, I was an alcoholic. I'm not saying you guys having a couple of pints and, you know, at a show or whatever, but it's just, and my clarity, the sleep is the best thing, because I go to bed, lads, and you get like fucking solid 8 hours with nothing in your body. You wake up and you're like rested. Yeah. It's unreal. Yeah. Sobriety.
Last question.
Yes.
Affirmations.
Yeah, affirmations.
Affirmations.
All about the affirmations.
Just, guys, affirmations. Anyone here do affirmations?
Yeah.
Zita, what's your affirmations at the moment? What can
Jesus, there are so many of them.
give me a few? Give me your top 3.
Oh God, that's pressure.
Okay,
Well,
just one.
just explain what they are, no?
So affirmations, for those of you who don't know, are sentences that you say to yourself in the present tense about yourself that are complete and utter lies, right? But you want them to become true, okay? And that's a joke that I say on stage, right? But that's what they are. They're sentences that you say in the present tense. My affirmation for the last, I think nearly 4 years is, I'm abundant with joy for my mental, physical and spiritual health, grow deeper and stronger day by day. You're laughing, but this is the truth. Ensuring I'm abundant with joy for my mental, physical and spiritual health grow deeper and stronger day by day. Ensuring that I'm always happy, healthy and hilarious. My joy expands further through my work with my podcasts, sketches and live shows, attracting millions of fans worldwide, allowing money to flow easily and frequently to me. And I was telling Kyla about the manifestation technique, right, with affirmations. If you want to manifest something, there's a technique that was invented by a fellow called Nikola Tesla. I think you might know him, Dan. Right? Called the 3-6. Yeah, he was a bright spark. 369, where you get your affirmation and you really think about it. Kyla's, do you want to talk about this actually?
No, please. Yeah. You explain. It's your thing.
Okay. You get your affirmation. You have to make it something magic, something that's like beyond your actual thinking. Like if you, for example, if you wanted to be an actor and you want
just something what you want, your deepest desire, no?
But your deepest desire, you know, and you write it down in the present tense, and you write 3 times in the morning when you wake up, 6 times at some stage throughout the day, and and this is work, by the way. It's not easy. And then before you go to sleep, you write it out 9 times. So it's the last thing you're thinking when you go to sleep. It's the first thing that you're thinking when you wake up. And then throughout the day, you have to find time to write that down. And you're embedding it into your subconscious. And you're saying it in the present. And you're saying it out loud. And then you're trying to visualize it as you say it. And you're trying to imagine yourself in the scenarios that this dream is. And fucking miracles happen. I have done it with my house. I have done it with my wife. I'll tell you, I did it with my wife. I was looking for my wife and I couldn't find her, and I fucking manifested her, and I wrote down specifically what I was looking for, and I found her. And Noelle's her name. And Kyla was talking to her today. She didn't even like me.
She
Do you know what I mean? She didn't even like me, but I wrote her into liking me. You know?
Yeah.
And now she loves me. She can't get back now.
Yeah.
You know? But please do.
Only because I went to Reiki earlier in the year, and she gave me affirmations to say, and I couldn't connect with it. I couldn't do it at all. And I do different things spiritually. But before I opened the bakery last year, before I quit my job, before any of this was on the horizon, I created a playlist, and I was like, because I connect with music a lot. And I was like, I want to do this thing. And I was like, I'm going to start creating this playlist of music I want to be played in there. And that was how it started. Me every day, when I listened to the song, I added to it. Exactly.
That's amazing. And it worked for you.
It worked for me, but I couldn't connect with the affirmation.
Yeah.
It just wasn't something that I connected with. But it was the same concept. Like
you're thinking of, so you had a playlist, so when that was coming on, you're imagining yourself inside the bakery, dancing along to that music, making stuff. So you're like, you can write stuff, but you can dream up stuff as well, you know. Once it's in your subconscious, and once you're continually doing it.
It's like the idea of living on that frequency before it happens.
Yeah.
It's really self-hypnosis.
Yeah, totally.
There was potentially it could be self-hypnosis, and there was a guy one time, and he was trying to put me down, right, about affirmations, and he said, "Sure, that's just a to-do list," and I said, "Yeah, it is. It's my fucking to-do list, and I'm going to write it down all the time, and I'm going to do it, and fuck you, not you now, Dan, but like, so do you know what I mean? Like, you can go, words,
and they don't have to be like mine are just like, I'm a happy, hilarious stand-up comedian. I am my own priority. I'm a money magnet. I attract opportunity wherever I go. Mine are real simple, you know, and it just comes like the comedy lads. Like, what the fuck? That is honestly like the fact that I kept writing it. I'm a happy, hilarious, successful stand-up comedian, and I'm doing it. I'm getting paid. I'm there. Yeah. It's really. And you know what? When people get ratty and they don't like it and they get angry and they're like, my dad would be very like, you know, not into that kind of stuff. And he's like, it's only fucking nonsense. And I was like, can you imagine though if it is just nonsense but it works and you didn't try it? Can you imagine just because you're too angry or too proud to just give it a go? Like, and not, you don't have to do I don't do 369. I just write it every day. I'll take 5 minutes out of my day and I'll just say thank you for stuff. You know, thank you that I'm...
You gave me happy, thank you more, please. I use it all the time.
That's a lovely one. I do that all the time. Just happy. Every time I go to get a green man or go across the road, there's a green man, I'll just say happy, thank you, more, please. Yeah. Every time someone texts me back, I'm like, happy, thank you, more, please. Every time a show goes well, just tiny little attitude. And also, it helps you feel good, because sure, we can all be fucking angry all day, but it's nice to feel a bit buzzy about life, you know?
Yeah. Guys, that concludes this episode of Conversations with Cornelius. Kyla.
Thank you, Cornelius.
We have some questions. Will we read out the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, these are directed completely to you now, Kyla.
Alright, here we go.
So question 1, anonymously. Why did you move to Barcelona?
I moved to Barcelona because I speak fluent Italian, and I thought that I lived in Italy for 7 years, and I don't have any education, like I didn't go to third level education, so I thought if I can get to 30 with 2 languages under my belt, it's kind of like having a degree. So I finished in Italy, and I said I'll go to Spain and learn Spanish, and I didn't.
Doggy style or reverse cowboy?
Doggy style, lads. I'm all about the pretend balls. Give it to me.
Ireland or Spain?
Ireland. Yeah. For sure.
Daniel or Ingrid?
Daniel. Daniel. Always gonna be Dan.
What would you ask a comedian in a Q&A at a comedy gig?
What's your number?
Why did you downgrade from Ballincollig to Barcelona?
Just got too big, got too famous, you know what I mean? Couldn't be around the streets of Ballincollig anymore.
How long does it take to turn an idea into a joke?
The what moment?
Tapas moment.
Forever.
How long is a piece of roll?
So long, such a long time. So much stage time.
Sometimes though, really quickly.
Sometimes very quickly, but the good ones take. For how I do it on stage, in Barcelona. I'm on stage every single night. Not like this long, but every single night on stage, every night, doing the same stuff.
And that's the thing as well. When you are doing comedy, you do the same stuff so much over and over and over, and then you get to a point.
You hate it.
And then you fucking hate it.
Because you got to get laughs per minute.
Yeah.
That's how it works. You got to get a certain amount of laughs per minute to get your minutes, get more minutes.
Yeah.
So you start at 5, you go to 7, you go to 10, you go to 12, 15. That's why when someone interrupts and talks too much, you're like, I'm on the fucking clock, bro. You know?
True. What was the hardest part of becoming sober?
Losing the loneliness, being isolated.
Tell us about that tapas moment in Barcelona.
Do you want me to tell you? I feel like I should make something up for you, man. I don't even know. That's so funny. What's your favorite tapas?
I love
I got that. I got that from. I love tapas.
It's the only way to eat. You get to taste everything.
Yeah,
all these
yeah.
different
You should try a buffet. You'd lose your fucking mind.
You're a carvery girl.
I'm a Carvery gal, yeah. I'm a Carvery gal. I want a mountain of food.
What's your favorite tattoo that you got?
My favourite tattoo is, I'm not going to show you because there's a lady here that's really beautiful. She's a gypsy lady with a snake and a knife, and because it's hidden, the colour is really bright. And I have LSD here, which is pretty cool. You can see that.
LSD where?
There.
My fuck, that is sore.
And when you're high on LSD and you show someone else that, they're like, oh my god! It's been a source of great crack.
Was that painful?
No, not at all. I was high as a kite, but it didn't feel painful at the time.
Kyla, did you get the ride with Ryan yet? Doggy style.
No, we didn't. I didn't even fucking tell him, would you believe? I didn't tell him like that. I don't think I even fucking do. It was before I got the ride, so I think I was just gagging. Hunger is the best flavour. I was clucking.
So whoever wrote this is very intelligent because their writing is almost indistinguishable. Why did you finish with "He sounds terrible"?
I was never with him.
No, I said, why are you friends?
Oh, sorry. Why are you friend? You're very intelligent altogether.
He just like blonde.
Yeah. Oh, he does. Do you know why? Do you know when you see the potential in a fella and you're like, I'm gonna waste my time here.
Oh my god.
No, I know. No, lads. I know. I'm not saying I did the right thing, but do you know what? He's been very good to me in the sobriety. He's been very, very good to me in the sobriety. So
Any clue?
he knows well.
Okay.
Yeah. We spoke about it that there's a thing there, but we've been friends for so long, and I genuinely don't think that he would be the kind of person that I would like make a family with. So I'm like, what's the point in sleeping with him and making it weird? And then because he said that, you just want to fuck him more. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, we can't.
It's forbidden.
Yeah. But he saw the set. He saw the joke, and I think for me doing the set was therapy because I released it. It was like now it was just funny, and now he's like, oh my god, I'm like, fuck off.
But it's not Ryan Tuberty, right?
It is ringtone. How did you know? Who told you?
What's your favourite Sinead O'Connor song?
Nothing compares to you. Yeah, for sure. I know that Prince wrote it, but you know what I mean.
So I can't read your last one. So you might just throw the P man.
Oh, so does the MDMA just go in the Prosecco?
Yeah, you just dust it in.
Technical question, yeah.
You dust it in. I don't do that anymore, but very fun.
I would
you
totally
just
do
dust
it.
in, Yeah.
Very, oh, Molly or something. Isn't
Molly,
it?
yeah. So fun, so fun.
Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, in your drinks this evening.
Daniel's leg has been twitching the whole time. That's what it says there, you know.
Oh, Daniel, look at him, it's like, how are you?
It was a great show. What made you want to do stand-up?
I don't know. I did it and then I just kept doing it. I don't even fucking know. I don't know why I fucking do it sometimes, honestly. I love it. I love when everyone's wanting to be at the show and when you're all laughing together. I think you're really present. I love that moment when people are like, you know, and they want to giggle and you're like, I'm gonna make you laugh. And they're like, oh, and you're like, yeah, we did it, you know. It's really sensational. And when it goes well and people are up for the crack and they're not cranky, it's really cool sensation. There's nothing else like it.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy it more sober?
Yes. Oh my god, that's a great question. 100%. Oh my god. And then the first one I did sober was terrifying. Felt like I never. It's like the ride. Everything sober again. It's like you. Honestly, you're like, oh my god, I used alcohol for everything vulnerable. I love it. I love it sober, and I'm quicker. And we in Ireland are really good crack, but people aren't. And in Barcelona, they're like, oh, incredible. And I'm like, go to any Irish pub, and you will be mind blown.
In school, were you a class clown?
Yeah, I was definitely a messer. I used to get in trouble all the time. I fucking hated school. It was the worst years of my life. It was a bit bleak, but I absolutely hated it. Because they just call you stupid, don't they? And now I'm like, told ya.
Ingrid, some people have wrote the same questions or a variety, like Ingrid, you have the same question there, and like question again.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, if they're kind of the same, because you know, there's no point in saying the same thing all over
Absolutely
again.
not.
You know.
You're gonna have to do a show.
Yeah, I know. I guess if he listens to this podcast, his head will be fucking exploding. Jesus Christ. He's not funny. I bring the funny.
Someone might have to help me out with this. Are you planning to settle in? Oh yeah, are you planning to settle in Barcelona? If not, where next?
I'm not planning on settling. No, I don't. I'll just go wherever. When I'm not happy, I move. So as long as I'm happy, I go back and forth a lot. For me, my plan would be to be based in Barcelona and then come over here and do shows. That's the dream. That's what I'm affirming at the moment. Is to be able to go, because in Barcelona I can go on stage every night.
And there's a part 2 to this question. Do you think Ireland is too obsessed with the idea of settling?
I think that it's our culture to settle. I think that that's normal. Not to settle as in for less, but do you mean settling like into a marriage?
I think I can't speak for the person who wrote that question now. So, but
Can you repeat the question?
I can, yeah, no bother. Do you think Ireland is too obsessed with the idea of settling in inverted commas? So how I'm reading from that is like settling as in like, you know, settling down, getting a house.
Like settling for even a job or
I think everywhere kind of is. I mean, we're built into every kind of Western world society is built into the idea of 9 to 5 and having a house and having security, and it's hard to go out of that, you know. And some people are super happy doing that. Like, so my sister has she's got a great job, her husband has a great job, they've built a house, they've got cats and dogs, and like, she's fucking, she's delighted, and I'm like, fucking...
One man's taste is one man's
totally, you know what I mean, totally. If it works for you, go nuts, you know?
I have a friend, and he's a farmer, and like, to me, I absolutely hate that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
He gets up with a fucking horn every day. That's like, he fucking loves it.
Yeah.
The cows and the whole lot, I'd be like, you're a fucking tat. But, to Kyla, tell us how the hell you had the balls to confront the guy on the bike.
Yeah, oh my god, the guy on the bike. I was walking home one night and this guy followed me and he was kind of following me, asking me stuff, and I was like, leave me be. I was a little bit drunk, and then I turned, and I live in like an alley, and he turned up and tried to like stop me, you know, and then he was following me back to my house, and then I just stopped and I was like, I started filming and I was like, do you like it when I follow you? Do you like it like this? I don't get, I think that we are told, especially our generation of women, it's like, shh, you know, be quiet, you know, you see little girls and like, shh, be quiet, be quiet. But if you bark back, a lot of the time, they won't do anything. So because I've lived in cities all the time, I don't really have that fear of confronting someone. And lads, if he's going to attack me or do anything, I'm not going down without a fight. Like, that is absolutely no fucking way. I'd rather scream, shout and roar, because you're only called crazy anyway, so like, might as well fucking... And I feel like this is terrible, but I look at so many Spanish men, I'm like, I'd take him. Like, so many men, I'm like, I'd take him, this is the guy, you know.
This is the last question, and it is, what are your top 5 tips for your 20s, or any number?
Oh, don't worry, like, it'll all just come, you know. I think I spent so many of my years in my 20s just being so worried because I wasn't where I thought I needed to be, or I wasn't, like, I was always trying to give up weed and always kind of seeing alcoholism, and I just want to go back and hug myself and just be like, enjoy the ride, nothing is guaranteed, tomorrow might not come, you know, just enjoy it, 100%.
I think that's 5 all wrapped up into one. Yeah, that concludes the podcast. Thank you so much, Kyla.
My pleasure. So nice, guys. Thank you.
We filmed this tonight. It's going to be on YouTube in the next couple of weeks, but it's going to be out next week on Conversations with Cornelius. So yeah, check it out wherever you get your podcasts. I want to say thank you to Dave, our producer tonight. I want to say thanks to Dan, who did all the filming at the back there. And I want to say a massive thank you to my guest, Kyla Cobbler, for coming on.
Thank you, Cornelius. Thank you.
Happy thank you more, please.
Happy thank you more, please. Happy thank you more, please.
Good night, God bless. If you want to take photos with Kyla, feel free to use the stage, guys. All right? Okay. Good night. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.